Okay, so welcome guys. It's been a while since I've last spoken to you, and I've been through a lot of things since I last spoke to you. We are seeing footage now of travelling across, I think it's the Middle East. Places like Doha and Dubai are not too far away. I felt I'll get to the whole trip later in the video, but what I'm going to be doing is I shot a lot of footage, so I'm going to be making like a lot of videos to do with my trip, and just talking about them and the crazy things that I saw. It's just amazing. Not so much when you're in the actual situation of being on a plane. I actually hate flying, like being stuffed in a small box. But looking at the footage now in my comfortable chair in my room really makes me feel good that I did it. Wasn't so much the same feeling as when I was actually living it. But you change because of it, and I guess that's what I want you to take away from this video and this series of videos, is you may not know what you're going to experience. You may try and control things in your situations, but they can never be fully controlled. So the best thing is just to let go and let it take you. Sounds kind of weird me talking about that stuff right now, in this early phase of this video series, but that's the main thing that I took away from this whole trip through Europe, is I learned a lot about myself, and I'm a different person because of it, and I didn't really have the best time. There's very dark times that I had, but it ultimately changed me, challenged me, and made me a stronger person. Sometimes you think going away is like having a holiday, like relaxation. This was not relaxing at all. I don't think I've relaxed at all. It was like non-stop action. But for the most part, I don't go away on holidays to relax. I go away to change something about myself, to fix myself, basically. And I think I accomplished it on this, and I could start to feel changes within me, that I was becoming a different person through as the trip progressed. And I think that's a good thing. So right now we are flying over London, and I didn't really expect it to look as it does. My impression of London was very different, like from all the films that I've seen and TV shows. I thought it would be a lot more buildings, heaps more taller buildings, but it's actually quite low to the ground in terms of buildings. But it does go for ages. Yeah, I was trying to locate things on the plane, where everything was. I saw the river Thames, whatever. I saw the Battersea Power Station, which I didn't get to visit, but I heard that they're redeveloping it anyway. They're taking down the pillars, which I wanted to see because I'm a massive Pink Floyd fan. Yeah, shame about that. But there's lots of other things that I saw. Okay. And this is the main video. I'll get back to the whole thing. So I kind of I wanted to go away this year, but I didn't know where. I was thinking about Hawaii, and I still really would love to go there. But a friend of mine had an accident very recently, and he was feeling very depressed, and I kind of wanted to go away for a month and just escape everything, which I kind of regret now. But everything happens for a reason. You live and learn. So I brought this guy. I said, let's choose a tour. Have you ever considered doing a Kentucky trip? And he said, yeah, I'd be into that, because I wanted to go away at a certain time, and he's unemployed, so he can pretty much go at the drop of a hat. And I didn't want to go on a Kentucky tour by myself. It's just too daunting. So we both decided on this Europe tour thing, and we got a big discount on it, and it was 2 months away, so we had to, well, I had to organize everything. He did nothing. I'm gonna put it off at the start. This tour, this trip, really destroyed my friendship with this guy, and I felt like it was leading up to this. I'd been friends with this guy for about over 10 years, and recently I'd been getting very annoyed at him. Just the constant messages that I get from him about him wanting to commit suicide and stuff like that. Me dealing with my own problems. I don't really need to hear that shit, and I don't care. It's for his family to deal with, and he's an adult, he can deal with it himself. So yeah, I kind of regretted going away with this guy, but also none of this wouldn't have happened if I hadn't made that decision, that split second decision of going away on this trip. So everything happens as, you know, a reason, or one decision leads to another. It's like a snowball effect. So yeah, that's how that came about. And next thing I knew, I was in London. I couldn't really afford this whole trip, but I really needed a holiday, so I just booked it and decided to worry about it financially afterwards, which I'm working it off now. So yeah, I had never been to Europe, and it was one of those places that seemed really daunting to travel around. Like, you can't just go to one place, you have to go to several places, and I could never really decide on where I wanted to go. So I thought the Kentucky trip would be a good opportunity to take in a lot of stuff, and they're really good at doing that. Finding a selection of things that you're interested in and want to see. So yeah, I bought a 20-day trip tour thing, driving around Europe. And they're pretty economical if you really think about it. I'm just going to say now that I probably would never ever do a Kentucky tour again or anything of that nature, just because I am a very private kind of individual. I like doing things by myself. I like making my own decisions and stuff. But with Kentucky, for the most part, you are on a set regimen of doing things every day, having to wake up at a certain time and driving around a lot on a bus and being surrounded by people. Like, you have no time to yourself, even at night. I probably slept like on average 3 hours a night. It was absolutely a nightmare. So yeah, I'll be talking about this trip in good terms and bad. I've been showing you around London. I haven't really been talking about it, which I should be. So I only had a few days in London at the beginning, and after the 20-hour flight from Australia, I was so knackered when I got to the hotel. I caught the tube from Heathrow Airport. That was another hour, and I got to the hotel. I had a shower and I lay on the bed, only expecting to have a nap, and I woke up hours later. My alarm hadn't gone off. It was pitch black everywhere. I was so disorientated, and I thought, where the hell am I? What day is this? How long have I been asleep? And I looked at the clock and it was 9 o'clock at night, and I was in this crazy hotel room, having no idea what the hell I was doing, and I just felt so out of it. But that's what the flight does to you. It absolutely kills you. I hate flying. Especially when the planes are full. I've had a few good flights where I've had a chance to lie down. They're the best. But otherwise, it is impossible to sleep on planes. Yeah, so I was absolutely dead. so I missed a few things there. But this was the day after, and I went to just a walk along like the Thames River, and I really wanted to see the Tate Modern Gallery because I love modern art. And so I went there, and it was amazing, absolutely amazing. And they've got a really good viewing platform upstairs at the very top, and you can see a lot of London. And I think this is the Millennium Bridge, walking along it. It's really cool around that area. There's also like Shakespeare's Globe, and that's the Tower Bridge of London. I went on London Bridge and I thought, is this what London Bridge is? But yeah, the weather is kind of weird. It's very like this is in summer, and it was like 23 degrees. Compared to back home, where the average summer day is like 38 degrees. You can't even go outside. So yeah, this was nice weather. And I really liked walking around. London wasn't really what I expected it to be. I'd always envisioned it to be quite different. I know there wasn't like massive skyscrapers or anything, but it's really like kind of flat, like, I don't know, because I guess the buildings are really old, and I always get the impression, like, after going to a place like New York, how massive things can be. But yeah, London is really big as well. It's just really sprawled out. There's just so many places you can get lost. At the beginning of the tour, I was staying in the West End, and a place called the Strand Hotel. It was an okay hotel. It was still like the room was the size good for a midget, I suppose. Yeah, I really loved just walking around London. The streets and the buildings were fascinating. Just the architecture of them. And the people were really friendly as well. But it was super expensive. Like, my dollar was worth about 50 pence. So I lost quite a lot of money that way. But it's weird, like alcohol is really cheap. You're just listening to sounds of me eating at the moment. I can't remember all the names of the buildings. There's just too many of them. And yeah, it just wasn't really what I imagined London to be like. Maybe I wasn't in the right places. I didn't get to go to Soho. I wish I probably went through it, but I didn't really see anything. And there's just so much to take in as well. It's really impossible to see everything. But I did so much walking on this trip. So much walking. This was me just walking using Google Maps, and it's getting, I think it was around 7 o'clock at night. The sun was up until like 8:30 every night. That was weird. There's so many different restaurants around. There's my hotel, the Strand Palace Hotel. It's weird just walking around. And I think I'll leave it there. And I'll get back to you in a future video where the actual tour starts. And I'll have so many stories to tell you. So many stories. Okay, thanks for watching, and I hope to have another video up pretty soon. Thank you.